So hey everyone, how's it going? Just figured I'd do a little commentaries on my videos. I know I do them for fun for like some people I know in real life, and a lot of people say it's pretty helpful, so I figured why not add it to the guide. Might be a little long. Certainly not going to try to make it too long because I know I don't even like watching long videos, but hopefully it's pretty informational. So when we start the game, we look at basically just the win conditions and team comps. So I know Trundle will beat Gnosis early and can split well, but Gnosis scales to like infinity essentially, so we need to win earlier if possible. Me against Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai's not a big threat. Straight up 1v1. It's not a really big deal. I'm not scared of Rek'Sai. Probably can't beat her, but she's not going to kill me instantly, so it's fine. Zed against Kragus. Zed can probably dodge Body Slam and his ult if he plays correctly, so I think Zed has the matchup. They have Kog'Maw Thresh, which is pretty good, and Kog'Maw scale is way harder than Jhin. And we have Janna, which is nice. So their Gnosis and Kog'Maw basically make it that we have to win the game before 30-35 minutes. It's going to be pretty hard after that, unless they screw up. So I started on the buff. Got the bot leash to help me. Started E obviously because there's only the little blue guy. And now up here on the top, Gnosis showed. So with Gnosis in lane and Kragus in lane, and bot still missing, odds are they're probably going to be right here doing the leash. Yeah, they are. So Rek'Sai got the red. Alright, that's fine. So I hold on to the E till later because it always gives me a good... It's always just... It makes the leash... like psychologically, the players will try to get it lower for you. If you just hold on to the E then you just use it at the very end, usually they give you a better leash. Jhin tried to help me out, but it actually kind of screwed it up because I couldn't pull the aggro from Gromp. I just did Gromp right away, it's fine. I started Talisman. Machete was probably a better start, but for some reason I always just keep going for Talisman. Now, I know Jhin told me in the chat that Kog'Maw had red buff. So, basically Rek'Sai got really screwed up by that. There's no way she's gonna hit level 3 just by, like she can't go like red buff wolves blue buff anymore. So I'm looking for a lane to gank. Trundle warded top. He's overextended. Rek'Sai could go top, but she's underleveled. Kragus is mid. So I'm looking for a play. But I go to get the little crab, and I see Rek'Sai top. So, we're pinging for help, they're pinging for help, we're saying we're going, they're saying we're going. We pop in, Rek'Sai hits me, knocks me up. Get the stun, and to follow up on the stun, because if the stun doesn't get used in like 1.5 seconds, you don't get a spell or auto attack, then the stun goes on cooldown, and your E is like basically everything right now. So I dashed over to get the stun off, but I think I should have helped Trundle because now Rek'Sai can follow back. So I flash in. Rek'Sai was going to die, so it wasn't a big deal. And I flashed in there just to get the extra damage off. Try to slow it down a little bit. A little kind of a hectic battle we got going on here. So I flash in for the extra damage and then just stun Gnosis right away and let Trundle get first blood. Then we gang up on Gnosis, and at this point, like, unless he wants to flash over, it's not really worth it with us two. We get the double kill. So, look at the CS of Rek'Sai. So, Rek'Sai has 10 CS. So, we know she didn't get red buff, okay? We know that she didn't get blue buff, okay? So, she's only got Wraith as an option, Wolves, and Gromp. So, that's 1 camp, 3 camps, there's 4, plus the 6, so that's 10. So she's got 10 CS, that's probably her path. Unless, yeah, it has to be her path because the wolves aren't there. So that means the blue buff's here and Krugs are up. I get this. I know Rek'Sai's coming back. There's 2 things Rek'Sai could do. Rek'Sai could go back to her Krugs and gank bottom. That wouldn't be a bad play. But she probably thought I was too low to get blue buff or just desperately wanted to protect it so she didn't lose both buffs. So I get the blue buff, barely. Rek'Sai's coming back. I use the plant. Rek'Sai is probably trying to come over to invade, take my Wraiths, but I scared her off. So now Rek'Sai can't go Wraith, so she'll either go mid or she'll go down to Rugs. I'm doing golems. Trundle asked for a gank. Gnosis is overextended. But he's probably going to ward. And he does. So, now they know I'm up top, and I haven't gone back yet. So I decided to do Wraiths. Zed. Okay, Rek'Sai showed bot. We knew Rek'Sai was bottom side of the map, so she was either going to go bottom or she was going to go mid. Rek'Sai's pretty hard to catch. But, Zed's pretty slippery to catch. But it's okay. So now I come back over. And I do Gromp. Nothing too exciting. It's a little bit gutsy, yeah, because Gragas and Gnosis could collapse on me. And Rek'Sai's probably coming back up to farm. And I see Gnosis as we go over. And I think I decided to recall. So I do. Got about 1,700 gold on me. Get Bambi Cinder, just helps out with the clearing. And I get the, Tracker's Knife. I prioritize wards a lot. Okay, I'll record that or go back just for fun. I don't have them mid. Alright, nice. So now the top jungle's cleared, and we know it's not going to spawn right away. So what do? We go back and we get farm. So blue buff's going to spawn soon, rather than waiting for it, clear the jungle. And I'll go down. And bot lane's looking pretty overextended. As you're jungling, if you can, use the F keys, like the F1, F2, F3, F4. And it just keeps you a lot more aware of what's happening. And obviously, in this mode, I can't. So I'm just kind of going with the flow. So it looks just like a cleanup. Common burn flash. I get the pip. Someone was trying to TP. It turned out to be Gragas. Nos is still in lane, so we know it's not him. So now they know I'm here. I just throw it on the plant just cause. The little effect on the minimap when you do it, right there, that will even show through fog. So even if, let's say, Rek'Sai decided to use the plant that was here, we would still know she's up there. So keep your eye on the minimap at all times, because sometimes they do it to clear wards or to clear objectives. And it just kind of like gives a little tip to you saying someone's in this direction or someone's right here, and odds are they're probably going to go where they just swept. So right now there's not too much. Trundle was asking me to come top. Guess they're having quite the fight up there. And I said I would come up. I was a little hesitant to it, but pretty sure I go up anyways. Zed's looking to gank bottom. Dead. I'm going to gank mid. Oh, that's a little trick to show you guys. I was going to get mid farm because Zed was leaving, so now the XP here in the CS it would be going to waste. So it's better that I cover the turret. But I bump into Rek'Sai. And odds are Rek'Sai probably can't hold me down long enough for Gragas to come, but it's still a little scary. So as Rek'Sai is going, her tunnel can only go so far. Like, it's a fixed distance. She can't shorten it. So I just dropped the ward just for the extra vision, but if you actually clicked, like, this was accidental, but if you actually had the timing, when Rek'Sai goes under the tunnel, go back, and you can dodge it and use the E out. If I E'd and she went in front of me as she was tunneling, I wouldn't, she would intercept my Q, sorry, not my E, my Q, and then that would be my only escape. I'd have to burn flash or risk Gragas coming after me. So now we know Gragas is not mid anymore. There's two things he can do. He can go bottom. Odds are he won't. 3 people taking 1 tower. I doubt Gragas will hold that. 2, he can back up Rek'Sai when he comes in here. So Rek'Sai comes. I get away. She looks like she backs off. So I get a little bit greedy. And I go for my camp. Always trying to be efficient. Now Gragas comes, and like, oh crap, I should have realized Gragas was coming top, but for some reason I wasn't looking on the mini-map. And Rek'Sai's here now. So I Q away. She flashes, I flash. I can't believe the distance is actually that far, but I guess I should be updating to my guide that Rek'Sai's R is monstrously far. Holy crap. So as she's going down, when she pops up, you can now like dodge this. It just happened at Worlds actually with Faker against C9 with contracts. When he popped up, Faker sidestep, which I could probably go upload that too. But anyone who's watching Worlds would definitely know what I'm talking about. If you watch this in the group stage. And so I got screwed, and now Trundle should have TP'd out. It would be a bad summoner spell like to lose, but he's dead, and there's no way he would hold that at all. But it was bad on both our parts. So I get boots. I can't go top. Zed's looking like he's trying to do something. Nope. Okay. So I was going up there and I said screw it. Okay, now Trundle's using the TP. Trundle goes in. Okay. So now they got 3 top. We have 2 guys that just like basically suicided, pretty much. Not intentionally inting, but like they suicided. And we're trying to get this. I should have kept auto attacking it after Thresh after I took the turret aggro because I would have lived. So we were trying to get first tower rather than they would. So I decided to go mid rather than hold it because me holding it isn't going to do anything. Fortunately, we don't. We missed by a few seconds. I should have autoed. Maybe we wouldn't have got it still, but it would have been probably like a second or maybe less off. It would have been really, really close. So now, since we know they're going to go back because they were up there for so long, they probably had so much gold, they're probably down in resources, like low on mana, low on health. We know that they can't contest drag, so always be thinking of objectives. So we tried to beat first tower, we couldn't get it. Alright, what can we do now? And then we go back down, we find dragon. It's only ocean, not like a big deal, but it's alright. It's better than not getting ocean, you know what I mean? It's better than just going back to farming. So now what we could be looking to do, we got Gragas going down. So now Trundle's leaving the lane bottom because he's told Jin and Janna to get top turret. 80 carry siege better than top laners will. So in some cases it's useful for that to happen. So now we see Rek'Sai bottom. We see the dog, Kog'Maw and Thresh down there. And I believe Gragas was showing in the jungle earlier. So we know they're all bottom, so we have 2 options. We can, 1, get top tower. It's full HP. We can definitely do it, but it's not a big deal. Top tower will be there. This Rift Herald won't be there. Like, it's only got a certain period of time, right? And top tower isn't going to give us too much objective presence. So right now, we're just going to get Rift Herald. Once again, prioritize objectives. They have 3 or 4 guys on the bottom half of the map. That means they can't contest this. I mean, we have 4 on the top side, so there's no way, even if they only had 3 bottom, they couldn't contest it. But for sure, they couldn't. So I drop Rift Herald. Jin. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I drop Rift Herald because I'm like, okay, we can siege. So we'll use it with the minion wave. Get a lot of pushing power. And we might be able to push the second tower because we have so many guys up here. But Janna looks like she gets caught. Big fight ensues. Okay, Jin is getting attacked by Rek'Sai. I'm down here trying to help Zed. Zed's getting really gutsy for Gragas. Rift Herald's still going on the turret. Zed flies back. I'm low on mana, so I'm useless. And now we're all just trying to run. Thresh is bottom with probably Kog'Maw. Trundle's down there. I figured I'd get the little scuttle if I can. Might as well. Probably hit the plant. That's okay. We got it. So I don't have too much mana. So I really did a bad use of that Rift Herald. Like, that was bad. Like, we did not. I should have saved Rift Herald anyways because we were gonna get the top tower. Theoretically, I mean, there's 4 of us. We don't need the Rift Herald to get that top tower. It's not really worth dropping it. It would have just been better to simply save it for another opportunity. And you always want your jungler or a split pusher to get Rift Herald because the jungler can be there. Usually they're going around the map. They see things, or maybe they'll be like at a good gank. They get a good gank off, and then they can be like, "Oh, we can push this tower," and now I have Rift Herald. Rather than if just like let's say bottom lane has it, they're not as mobile as junglers are. Or split pushers, they can drop if they drop it a lot more presence and pushing power. So people are getting caught out. Jin got caught up by Rek'Sai, it's alright. Jin doesn't have too much mobility, he has no summer spells, squishy 80 carry. Rek'Sai is pretty fed, 6-1, but she hasn't gone back in quite a while. I believe she got a kill top She just got Jin there. She probably got 1 or 2 before. I finished the boot upgrade with Nijitabi because Kog'Maw and Rek'Sai are fed. Gragas, I don't really care too much about him. He'll be like a tank AP, and Gnosis does like a lot of mixed damage. So I'm just trying to survive like the initial blow. Jin's going back down to his turret, which has no health, and we just saw Thresh in here, so Jin should be getting out of there. Rek'Sai is trying to kill Zed. Does not even stand a chance. Probably because Rek'Sai is sitting on 2,400 gold. That's the thing. It's not KDAs that are important, it's how much gold you've spent. If you're sitting on a lot of gold, don't think because you have a high KDA that you can kill people. KDA is not what kills people. So I got Cinderhulk. Always go Cinderhulk. Nijitabi. It just seems most necessary. And right now I'm building it to Warmogs. So that's okay. Warmogs is pretty much like our must. And right now Gnosis is going back up. Fight Trundle. Trundle gets 3-manned, I think. Zed comes up. I'm coming up now to support. But it looks like they're kind of scared off. So we're just trying to get back our jungle control, check if they dropped any wards. Warded ourselves. Dragon's coming up, 15 seconds. It's Infernal, and they're all going down towards it. Trundle's coming down. So we got a 5-man team going on here. We got the lead. Taking our time, Tank's leading. Making sure all the vision's here. They pretty much gave us like free control of this dragon. They didn't try to block it at all. So Jin drops his ult. I'm just on Thresh. Jin's all got interrupted. Zed, oh, okay. Zed tried to last hit it. If Zed wanted to last hit it, it's not a big deal. I see Kog'Maw here. And with Rek'Sai. So if I can get an ult. Ooh, okay, Kog'Maw flash. That's fine, that's fine. Just back off. We came here for the dragon, and that's all we care about. If we get a kill, we get a kill. But there's no point in chasing, because that's not what we're trying to do. If we get picks like this, that's fine. But we should be trying to do dragon. So we see Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai pretty much scare her off. Zed dies, which is our main damage. Rek'Sai comes back for the engage. So now we're running, because there's no way we can do it. I leave. Now we've lost dragon. We should have just went for drag and just pulled it out. And maybe just had kind of a dragon fight. Worst case scenario, we leave it. There's no vision. There's no way I'm stealing that. It's not worth it. So I come back. I'd like to go back and buy, or at least get some health. But it's not. It's better even if you're kind of low, unless like you're really, really low. It's better to just stay at like a turret that is critical to defend. Just at least to kind of like bluff, to show your presence there, that maybe people might not want to siege the tower as nicely. But that's way too low. I mean, that's pretty much non-existent. Zed comes back, thankfully, so I got the opportunity to go back and buy. I got Warmogs. Like I said, it's pretty much standard. You can go this exact build, I don't know, 9.9 games out of 10, and it's probably going to be optimal or pretty good. Her first core, in my opinion, is really like pigeonholed. Also, when you get your green smite, switch to the red trinket. There's no point in having 3 to 4 wards on you at a time. It's just not really worth it. It's better to have vision denial. So Trundle's pinging me to come top. Top turret's low. We can siege it. Not much going on. I say, alright. We head over. Chain the CC. And right there is one of the reasons why I say to use your Q for the end. Save it for their escape. So we have to fight. I get the stacks of E down. He's stunned. And watch the bar at the top. Watch this. Ooh, where is it? Watch this little white bar underneath where it says they're stunned. That shows you the length of it. So now the stun's off, and I throw the ult down. So now I chain it. So right now I should be throwing my Q to knock him up to chain the CC. But watch how much of a gap there is. That goes, and then he flashes, and I use the Q. It actually wasn't that bad. But if I saved the Q, rather than being greedy and trying to like chain the CC, I should have just waited for him to flash and then used my Q. We knew that Nasus probably had flash because we were tracking their summoner spells, and Nasus hasn't needed to use flash for quite some time. I get out. Trundle uses Pillar. It's fine. But this one thing, when you go for ganking, I have a video on it, little example in my how to gank section. Just save the Q for their escapes. No matter who you're playing, it's not even Sejuani, just basic jungle tips. When you go for a gank, you're playing Jarvan, save the EQ. You're playing Aatrox, you know, save it. I think it's his Q, the little dive he has. Like, just always save your gap closers for their escapes. Because if you use it to get in, and they use their summer spell, alright, you know, good job, but it's just not going to do... You want to kill them, you don't want to just burn their summer spell. Gragas is caught out. Zed's going hard on Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai pretty much just accepts it. At this point, we could be doing Baron. We know Nasus was bottom. Nasus might have teleport. Alright. Trundle has teleport, so Trundle goes bottom. They have two guys up, but their Gragas is down, and their Rek'Sai is down. And that's the biggest one, is Rek'Sai. Now, there is a bit of a problem, because they have double TP, so they could really do quite, like, a lot of damage to disrupt this. And Jhin right now, I don't think has too much gold. It's only got 2 items, well 3 if you include boots. Now they're coming over, Thresh throws Lantern, and they TP on it, and actually both of them TP onto it. So this is getting pretty hectic now. Kog'Maw killed Zed, and that means there's no one left to kill Kog'Maw. So basically once Zed goes, if Kog'Maw's still alive, odds are we won't be winning this fight. So we back off from Baron, just because they forced us off of it. And I just want to stick around. I know Rek'Sai's that top turret. Same with Kog'Maw. It's looking like they're not going to try to do it as a counter. We got a lot of their summer spells down for it, but we also went 2 for 1, or 0 for 2. So not the best. We should have incorporated the double TP. But in situations like that where they have multiple people down or multiple people on the other side of the map, just go for the objective, because unless they're running like double TP or have a really fed guy that's on the top side, odds are it's a pretty safe call. So right now I'm going into the Gargoyle Stoneplate, I think it's called, and just building into it. They have AD, they have AP. Alright, I'll get it. But there's going to be a lot of team fighting in this. So right now we're trying to get Dragon. It's mountain, so we like it. We're trying to get a lot of vision control. A little tricky. Gragas nails a great... Holy crap, it's going too hard. Gragas nails a great Jhin. Or great pick onto Jhin with his ult. But he butchers the body slam pretty bad. I think he just misses where... Or just doesn't predict correctly where Jhin will be. So he gets the pick. Misses body slam. Jhin flashes out. I'm peeling Jhin. That's all I care about. I'm trying to block Rek'Sai from going. I just throw the ult down because right now I just want to peel my AD carry. Zed gets back on a Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw's dead. There's no way. So right now I'm just going to try to CC as many people as I can. Get Nasus down. Then Gragas. Gragas dies before I can get it. Nasus, the last guy alive. And we get a clean ace. So now there's 2 things we can do. Well, there's quite a few things, but the neutral objectives, we can do Dragon, which it looks like Trundle's trying to do, or, just like I said before, Baron. Baron's free. None of them are up. What could we even do in this situation? We could get Mountain Drake, okay? We could probably push bottom and get bottom turret, okay? We could go top and stop that push, or we can get Baron. There's just nothing else even worth our time. Like, nothing's comparable to Baron in this situation. Us 4 can do it. So Zed goes mid, trying to get some damage on the turret, but they respawn. That's alright. That's pretty good. That's like really high elo, and it's kind of hard to shot call that in solo queue. But if you know you can do the Baron with only a few members, make the other members do stuff, because it's just not worth them all going for Baron. Zed dies, put in. We come back at the Mountain Drake. They should have just went for Mountain. as like a constellation prize. Holy crap. But they didn't, so we actually get both objectives. So now as for our mid, all we have to do is we just gotta wait for Zed to spawn, put Trundle in the side lane. Now that he has Baron, he can outpush Nasus. He has teleport advantage, and we'd be good. Jhin pops the ult, and we are engaging a 4v4 fight that's just not really worth it. Kog'Maw just spawned, Zed just spawned, but look how much closer we are to their base. Like, there's no way Zed will beat Kog'Maw into this fight, especially with a Thresh Lantern. So we get Thresh, now Kog'Maw's in the fight, and there is just nothing we can really do. I saved the ult because I tried to get it onto Kog'Maw, but we couldn't. Zed's going for the GA. Oh, I guess the GA, but that's it. Jonas Rise with Baron. So that is like Solo Queue 101, how to throw games. There was no reason for us to do that whatsoever. Like, period. There was no reason for that. We had Baron. Like, we should have just grinded it better. But Jhin engaged, and I just kind of got in the heat of the moment and just kept going with them. Not very good. This stuff still happens at like low diamond elo. This happens probably at every elo except for high. Don't think it's just like a lower elo game. Like mistakes like this and stuff like that. I mean, you were watching like Zed and Trundle top lane just kind of suiciding basically. This stuff happens all over the place. So now we got our buffs back. Looks like Zed found Rek'Sai. Okay, I guess Zed didn't find just Rek'Sai, found a few others. So right now, there's no way we're going to hold this top turret, so I drop a ward for the vision. Trundle's pushing mid, Jin's pushing bot. We cannot hold this turret, so we need them to come back now because giving up inhib for whatever they're going to get is just not worth it. I walk in there to get the W onto the wave, hoping to kill the minions, but it's just not going to happen, so I back out. Throw the E onto Nasus just to slow down the push. Might as well. We are giving up this inhib. I'm engaging because now Trundle is really low against Rek'Sai, okay. But Jhin is pushing bottom. There is one defender and there's two offense. We've lost our inhib. So unless us three die, it's not gonna get any worse. So we might as well just keep pushing them and forcing them to stay here as long as we can so that Jhin can get the inhib. If we can trade inhib for inhib, at this stage in the game, it's better that we get bottom inhib than they get top, because that puts Baron pressure since the bottom wave's pushing. There's more people. Like, they have to attend the wave. The wave is so much farther, right? Oh my goodness, got too many concepts, hold on. So when we're down here, if they have to split push here and guard this wave, they have to cover all this distance to go here. Whereas if we're right here, all we have to do is come over, take the blast cone, or just dash in, and we're probably in the fight. So later in the game, it's better to trade bottom, or it's better to trade anything for their bottom. Simply because it's just like, yeah, okay, for Dragon, they have more Dragon control, but like Dragon's not worth as much as Baron is. And even when you get to Elder, it's really debatable on how much Dragons you have. So what we should be doing now is trying to prevent them from going back while Jhin gets the turret. But they have TP, so one of them's going down there. Don't know who it is, but it doesn't matter. So Jin's gonna get that. Pops flash. Okay, that you had full health. I don't think you needed to do that. But now we're just gonna chase them because it's us three against them three, and they went through fighting, and we didn't. Zed gets really good damage on Kog'Maw. I land a nice all on Kog'Maw, and we pretty much just chain the CC from there. So we went inhib for inhib, tower for tower, okay, and then we got 3 kills, and they got 1, and they had to burn a TP as well. So now, when we go to force Baron, if Nasus is down there covering that wave, he's down there covering that wave. He is not coming to that Baron fight, because he can't TP back in there. And Gragas doesn't have his TP either, so there's not too many guys that can really cover that wave from being pushed in. Whereas Trundle's top, he's closer, and he has TP. So we go to push mid wave in, but there's no way we can siege with just us, so it's fine. We just kind of take as much as we can from their jungle and deny them the gold. I saved the E smite combo. I'd like to give it to Zed, but I don't know if they have any wards in there. So I'm not going to risk Rek'Sai smiting it. We're doing whatever. Just kind of killing time, getting gold as much as we can before we have to go and get Baron control. Jhin gets buffs. So now I have Stone Plate, which is nice, and I have Thorn Mail. I got Thorn Mail simply because Kog'Maw's damage is getting to be pretty hard to manage. Rek'Sai deals AD. It's got a little bit of health, got a lot of armor. I don't really need the MR, so it's fine. And I don't need like Randuins or anything because none of them are building crit, so there's no point in getting that. They're all on my A. Dragon spawning. I'm not sure which dragon it is. Another mountain, which is nice. Gragas is bottom. We know he has no TP. Trundle's pushing mid. We're trying to push top a little bit. We see some stuff's going down, so we come back here. They got Scuttle, so we can't really force Dragon too much, but it's still nice to clear the vision. You can't actually see Baron with this. You can just kind of see the entrance of the pit. So 9 times out of 10, unless they all come in from the top, you know they're starting it. Rek'Sai's got GA. Kog'Maw's got GA. And now we're hitting that 30 to 35 minute mark. So this is getting kind of scary because Kog'Maw and Nasus are probably pretty strong. I don't really care if Fresh is whatever. So these team fights are going to be a little scary. But the most important thing now is to just deny them vision. So right now they have little vision there, and they have nothing. If we can get rid of that vision, it'd be perfect. We could set up baits, set up other little tricks. But, I mean, we have sweepers, just like that. We have wards. Just try to use them as best of our ability. Not sure what Jin's doing. So we're kind of having this little stalemate around Baron. So Zed decides to go and do drag. Okay, that's fine. But when Zed decided to go do drag, you have to create pressure. So Jin here should shove this wave in. And him and Janna should stay right around this area. You want to keep the pressure on mid so that Rek'Sai does not wander over and interrupt Zed from doing it. I should be there as well. I'm just clearing a ward and I'm coming over. I should be coming over. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, I should be coming over. I should be here. We should all be here pushing in. Now that we're not here, they have the freedom to do whatever they want. I don't even know if they have vision here or not, but Zed's here. I'm coming down. Zed Qs it before I get there, so I can't smite it. But basically, Jin recalling to buy... His reason was to buy something. I don't know what it was. It doesn't really matter. Probably Lord Dominic's. But by him going back and buying was relieving pressure, and that meant that Zed couldn't sneak Dragon because there was nothing forcing their hand, so they had time to check the objective. So now they come over, we lose a lot of the vision that we fought for. Jin keeps saying he has to buy items, so I guess he goes back and get a BF. There's not too much else he can get. Yeah, he got a BF. Now we've wasted so much time from Jin recalling twice when he shouldn't have been. He should only recalled it once. We're not really using this bottom advantage at all. I mean, even Nasus has a TP back by now, and when we did it, he just used it. So we didn't use that bottom inhib efficiently at all. But we're still trying to secure area around this Baron vision. The longer this game goes on, the worse it's looking for us. So we really should be pulling the trigger on stuff. But we're just not with it right now. On solo queue anyways. In 5s, it's much more easy to coordinate. So Trundle says he's going to go back top. Alright, he's got TP. Gragas is bottom. They're going to handle about one more wave of each. Should be some supers there. Yeah, there's one super, and he probably just cleared the last of the supers. So now they're probably just going to push the wave out a little bit, and then, I mean, they could just keep split pushing, they have TP, but they could just push it and come back mid. So we're in this weird spot where we should be grouped up. I don't know what Jin's doing. Zed's going back to recall. We should be grouped up and denying vision and looking for picks. It's what we should be doing. But we're just not, so this game's stalling on way longer than it should be. So they're pushing up. Zed and I are joining the fight. There's not much we can really do. We could force a bottom push, but we can give up Baron really easily with that. It's just not worth it. If they get Baron at this point in the game, it's probably over. Thresh got poked really hard there. So Jin pops the ult, nails Thresh. Nasus is the next target. So we're focused him. Jin should be hitting Nasus. Gragas uses the disengage, try to save Nasus. Nasus flash. Gets the snare. I get the knockup. I get the second E. I still have my ult. There's two things we can do here. We can push mid, get mid inhib for sure, get bottom inhib, and do Baron. We can turn and do Baron. Or if you felt really gutsy, if we got a pick, we can end the game. So, we're pushing. There's no minions. We can tank it at this stage in the game, not a big deal. We got mid inhib pretty quick. So we're gonna go for bottom. Now bottom inhib's down. 30 seconds on Nasus, he probably has TP and Thresh up. So doing Baron right away is gonna be a little gutsy. But we start getting this big fight. We get Gragas. I'm tanking the crap out of this. Why am I actually? I get saved by Janna. I kite so I stay in within her healing. Kog'Maw's GA comes up. I can't do much at this stage, I'm too low. So I'm just sitting back waiting for my Warmogs to trigger so I get the extra healing. Coming when I can. Oh, that's looking pretty bad. I tried to time the W for Jhin, or for Rek'Sai, it didn't work. Jhin popped ult, I guess. I'm not sure what Jhin just did right there. But we gotta get the hell out. So I'm just running. I'm running. And now I know that there's only me and Zed. And there's like a lot of them. If they can get Baron, they can hold off that 2-wave push pretty easily. But none of us have any wards. He has sweeper, I have sweeper. Okay, great. So I sweep up here and I know there's nothing to see me. And I can kind of poke in a bit. They catch Zed. He uses the plant, so I can't use the plant. So now if I go in without flash, I'm going in. Trundle comes over. I don't know if I get this. Okay, I do get it. Pretty bad smite. But still gets it. Zed dies. Nasus. We're just trying to kill as much as we can. Jhin comes in close enough range to pop the ult. Trundle's pretty much left for dead. Oh, but Janna comes in. I come back now that my Warmogs is popping out. See how much I'm healing from Warmogs? Okay, now I'm not. Cut off Nasus. Now we can get top turret, or we can just end the game. There's no reason for us to not end the game. I mean, that's the primary objective. So we just push in. But see, if I can go back, I don't think I can. Woo. I can't. Okay. Anyways. Oh wow, I actually can. I think it's just glitched as hell. Okay, anyways, I guess I can't do it. When you know that they're gonna go back, your best bet is just to stick around Baron Pit and just try to hope for a smite steal, because it doesn't really matter at that point. If I were to die, you know, their team comp is just so late game, it really doesn't matter. If they got Baron, the game would have been done anyways. So it's better just to go in there and try to smite steal it. And just by trying to use, we didn't have vision. Yeah, I can't do it. We didn't have vision, but just, you know, being Sejuani, you're tanky. Try to poke your head in there if you can. We had vision with Trundle's pillar, thankfully, and I came in and smite stole it. But if not, just keep poking your head in there and save the Q to dash in and make sure no one interrupts you. This is gonna get annoying constantly doing this, so I'm just gonna end it here. Hopefully it's not too long of a video. I don't know how long it is. And yeah, I try to provide as much information as I can. Hopefully I can do another one of these commentaries. I've been trying to for like a week, especially with Thanksgiving Monday being today for the next hour and a half, for Canada anyways. Try to get it done before this weekend, but school is really busy. I played this game just to prevent decay. But other than that, hopefully I can get some more reviews for you guys. And if you like it, just tell me, I'll do more. If you guys have any reviews that you want me to check out, it doesn't really matter what server you're on. As long as you can send me a file, just, I don't know, just leave a comment on LolKing or something with the file, or with some way I can get in touch with you, whether it be like Discord or Skype. And I'll probably just do one of your little commentaries next, and just see that. This elo right now is Diamond 4 50 LP on NA server. But yeah, I'll pretty much do anything as long as it's not Master or higher. That probably I don't think I'd be qualified for that. But anything below that, I should be able to at least help you out a little bit. And yeah, that's everything. So thanks for watching, guys. Good luck.